The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day, we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today's February 1st, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story of the day is from investing.com. U.S. jobless claims unexpectedly fall as job market strengthens. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits unexpectedly fell last week, pointing to a tightening labor market and strengthening economy at the start of the year. Initial claims for state unemployment benefits slipped 1,000 to a seasonally adjusted 230,000 for the weekend of January 27th. That from the Labor Department from Thursday. Data for the prior week was revised to show 2,000 fewer claims received than previously reported. Economists polled by Reuters had forecast claims rising to 238,000 in the latest week. The Labor Department said claims for Maine were estimated last week. It also said claims taking procedures in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands had still not returned to normal months after the territories were slammed by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Our second story today is from CNBC.com. Oil prices rise as survey indicates OPEC members are sticking to the deal to cap output. Oil prices rose on Thursday after a survey showed OPEC's commitment to its supply cuts remains in place even after U.S. production topped 10 million barrels per day for the first time since 1970. Brent crude futures, the international benchmark for oil, were up 72 cents, or 1.1%, at $69.61 a barrel by 8:18 a.m. Eastern Time. U.S. West Texas intermediate crude for March delivery rose 73 cents, or 1.1%, to $65.46 a barrel. Oil prices are unlikely to advance much above $70 a barrel in 2018, given the tug-of-war between OPEC and the U.S. shale industry, a Reuters poll showed on Wednesday. A little bit more here. U.S. crude oil production in November surpassed 10 million barrels per day for the first time since 1970 and neared the all-time high output record, the Energy Information Administration said on Wednesday. Our third story of the day is from investing.com. Tesla's Musk sells $10 million in flamethrowers in 4 days. Here's an interesting story. A handful of tweets and 4 days later, Silicon Valley billionaire Elon Musk has closed orders for his latest novelty product after selling 20,000 flamethrowers at $500 apiece. Guaranteed to liven up any party was Musk's tagline, for a sale which raised $10 million for his high-speed tunnel venture, the Boring Company, B-O-R-I-N-G. The man behind electric car maker Tesla and rocket company SpaceX had earlier sold 50,000 Boring Company hats in a similar fashion. The latest impromptu fundraising scheme comes at a time when financial analysts and investors in Tesla are wondering if Musk will have to seek billions more in funding for the electric car maker as it struggles to meet promises on production. Here's a quote, "When the zombie apocalypse happens, you'll be glad you bought a flamethrower," he tweeted last Saturday. "Works against hordes of the undead or your money back." Each flamethrower, he said on Thursday, would come with a free fire extinguisher, and buyers need to agree to certain conditions before getting the device in spring. Okay. And now let's move on to our top 5 things to know in the market on Thursday. First thing to know is the dollar remains under pressure post-Fed. The dollar struggled for direction against major rivals on Thursday, even after the Federal Reserve announcement a day earlier that it was holding rates steady, a move that was widely expected, obviously. The U.S. Central Bank signaled its confidence about inflation and growth in the world's biggest economy, reinforcing views it will raise rates several more times this year. The Dow pulls back after its best month in nearly 2 years. Despite a brief dip in the red after the Fed announced its latest policy decision, U.S. stocks ended with gains on Wednesday. That was breaking 2 consecutive days of losses that had some market participants showing concern over a possible capital rotation from equities to bonds. Still, Wall Street registered solid gains for the first month of the year. The Dow and S&P 500 posted monthly gains of 5.6% and 5.8% respectively, their best performance since March 2016. The Nasdaq Composite logged its 7.3% monthly rise, its best monthly advance since October 2015. Third thing to know, data deluge also set to move markets. With the Fed decision over and done with, and even as market participants wait for the next big date with Friday's non-farm payrolls tomorrow, investors will have a deluge of data to chew on over Thursday. At 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, weekly jobless claims along with fourth quarter unit labor costs and farm productivity will be released. And the data point of the day will arrive at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the Institute of Supply Management Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index PMI for January. Fourth thing to know related, global PMIs in focus. Ahead of the ISM manufacturing PMI, investors chewed over references for factory activity on the global level. In Asia, China's factory growth stuck at its fastest pace in 13 months in January, according to the reading from Caixin Market, while Japan's manufacturing activity hit a 4-year high at the beginning of 2018. And the fifth thing to know today is Bitcoin loses $44 billion in value in its worst monthly decline ever. Bitcoin had a tough start to 2018, and it slumped during January, wiped off no less than $44.2 billion in value of what had been a $200 billion market cap at the end of its stellar rally in 2017. The 30% drop in value during the month of January, the worst monthly decline in its history, meant the largest digital currency had lost more than half its value, roughly 52%, since its all-time highs of nearly $20,000 last December. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, February 1st, 2018, your options news rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a great day.
The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.